Good morning. I'm just, oh, well. Terrified. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna try and play a 10-minute game and see what happens. Okay. Uzbekistan? Yeah. No, we haven't played before. Okay, I'll just say hi and good luck. Whilst I go for my usual Sicilian nonsense. Okay. Aiming for a Kalashnikov, Löwenthal, Laburdny type position. Yes, I have to play pawn here to stop him coming with the knight. No, we're in the Kalashnikov, which is really the only Sicilian I know anything about. Okay, well, I'm just going to chase that away. And I'm going to come here. Yeah, and I'll just attack it again. Let him build up some defense against it, yeah. Good. And yeah. I'll expand on the queen side and pretend that I might push the pawn. And now I'll just get the knight here whilst I can. And if he comes here to try and chase the knight away, then I'll come here with my other knight. Come here with my other knight anyway. I'll just support it with f6. If he wants to overstretch himself with f5, fine. Bishop's very happy on f7. And I don't really like his exposed position. And if he wants to take, of course I'm going to take with this pawn, the d pawn, to open up a further attacker on the knight on d5 and to, yeah, just generally improve the situation. Well, surely I can just take that. And I'll get the knight there. Actually just tempting him to play this. Yeah, well, that's fine by me, mates. Because, where's your queen gonna go now? Well, now I can take this. And when he takes, I can push the pawn here, proposing a swap of queens. And guarantee myself a good pawn centre. And if he attacks this pawn, then I'll push this pawn. Oh well, if he attacks this pawn, I've got knight here actually, so that's okay. Of course, that's after he swapped the queens off. He's got to do something about the queens first. Yeah, well, yeah, I'll support the knight. Get ready to castle. Yeah, and I'll castle so that the pawn is free to defend the knight. And if he attacks the knight, I can come here. Looks like I'm pinned, but actually I can then take this and unpin. And have I got somewhere to? Well, yeah, okay, but that's great. I just get this anyway. And I can threaten the bishop. I can come here with the knight. When he comes here, I come here. And if he comes and threatens the knight one more time, well, I can come back here. Yeah. If he threatens with a pawn, great. That leaves this pawn very weak. And I can come here, attack the weak pawn. Okay. Well, I'll play here. I'll just aim at getting the rook here, and then I can play queen here to swap the queens off. It is right enough just that opposite coloured bishops ending in that case, but I do have a supported passed pawn on e4, and I'm threatening to take his pawn on d5 as well, and that surely will be the end of the story. Should have just taken that pawn whilst had the chance. How dumb can you get? That's going to be a miss in the game review. Oh well. I have been up since 4:45 this morning, so I am reasonably tired now at 10 to 9. I was up so early to give some coaching to a student from America. A very nice bloke. And he defends it. But, yeah, I can just play the pawn here, looking like I'm threatening to play the pawn here when my actual threat is to play the pawn here. Well, both threats are actually relevant. Well, I'll play the pawn here first. It's apparently restraining from playing bishop to pawn to b4 and chasing away my rook. And I'll support the push here and double up with the queen. And slowly but surely. Oh no, I've still got the threat of playing queen to b6 actually. Yeah, queen to b6 to threaten to win the pawn on c2 or on... Okay, I'll look like I'm defending the pawn, and I am defending the pawn. But I'm also threatening to take this pawn or this pawn. Yeah. I can come here so that I can play the queen here so that the pawn is defended. Oh wow. Okay, just double up the rooks on the d file. Oh, do I need to double the rooks on the d file? Yeah, doesn't do any harm. This will give me the opportunity to play a rook to e4 to cover this square. But I think I'm actually letting him get a little bit of a breakthrough. But the thing is, if he pushes the pawn, I take the... Oh well, that's great. I'll take the pawn anyway. This allows me to threaten this pawn. Oh, I'll take the pawn anyway. And I'll take the pawn. And I'll threaten the pawn, threaten the queen. And pawn to e2 is looking dangerous. Even worse if he plays here first. Well, I'll play it like this. And then play the queen here. Threatening mate here. Well, I'll threaten mate there anyway. And threaten the queen at the same time. So I can try and get a pawn here. Can support it with a king. Get a king to here. Okay, this stops both pawns permanently. Come and win this pawn, or get this square. I'll take this pawn, and I'll paralyze this pawn. And I'll threaten this pawn. And I'll take this pawn. And I'll defend this pawn. And I'll push this pawn. And I'll get king here. And he's not stopping me queening now. Not stopping me queening, except by giving up his bishop. And then he's still even not stopping me queening. Still not stopping me queening. See that? And doesn't that guarantee me mate? Here. Yeah. I'll just say good game. And we'll look at the game review. Yeah, 80.5%, not so bad. I know what one of those misses was. But 6 is a bit too many misses, but you know, I am very tired this morning. I've got to accept that. I'm not going to be quite at my best today after getting up so early to do some coaching. Okay, let's take the review. Yeah, my usual Sicilian nonsense. It's good. Yeah. Prevent d6 by pushing the pawn to d6. It's excellent, but not the best. The best is to move one or other of the knights. Yeah, push the knight back. Yeah. Just got a text message. If nothing important. My best opener will ping all day long. Yeah. Yeah, and now I think I pushed the pawn. No, I should have played the knight first. Okay, fair enough. Yep. And yeah. Okay, bishop to, yeah, I can understand that was better. And I'm apparently in a very bad position here. But I can definitely say I'm fighting back. I wanted me to do it with the bishop. Okay, fair enough. But I propose a trade of the queens, and he's not interested, so I support the knight. I know a castle, so the pawn's free to move. And then I get the, now I'm in a much better position. And of course I get the pawn, and yeah. And I should have taken the pawn, of course, here. Duh. Best. Okay, I shouldn't have taken the pawn. Weird stuff. Yeah, I do have a backward pawn, which is a weakness. I'm willing to accept that. I should have... Yeah, of course. Yeah. So that was a mess. What should I have played? Yeah, the best was to double up first. Yeah, okay. Yep. And now I'm more than 2 pawns up. Oh, I could have attacked that again, yes. I thought of attacking the both pawns by coming here, but it wasn't so good. I didn't think of attacking both pawns by coming here. Okay. I should have taken the pawn. Okay. Yeah, but of course, because if he takes the queen, then I'm getting a checkmate, and if he doesn't take the queen, I'm getting a checkmate here. Oh, tisk tisk. Yeah, okay. I'm threatening to force eventual checkmate because the pawn will give me a queen. So he has to stop it. And I'll support my passed pawn. I come with the king. Stop both pawns. Oh, of course. Oh. I should have played the king there first chance I got. Of course I should have done. But I get there in the end, and he's not stopping me queening, as I said, and he's still not stopping me queening, and he's a bishop down as well. And then it's just a matter of technique. Threaten mate. Actually, I had mate on the move. Of course I had mate here. Duh. So that's a mess. And yeah, okay. Checkmate is always the best move. I agree with the coach there. Checkmate is always the best move. So don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe on my videos, and who knows, one day I might make a video where I actually look like I know what I'm doing. Keep our fingers crossed. Thanks. Bye.